to find appropriate learning? How to find appropriate learning? A good question. You see a black screen. We
Yes,
may have
Professor.
that slide. I believe we have a slide like that. So let me give you 3 examples. So this is epoch, and this is the loss. Let's say I have this scenario. What do you think? Is that a good learning rate, or is it too small or too large?
Too small.
Too small.
Too small. Okay. How about this scenario? I think we show a slide like that, right, Ignacio?
Yes, we have.
Actually, it's in the quiz question. Is that too small or too large?
Too large.
Large. Okay, so finally is this that we wanted to go down and nice elbow there and go down. Okay, so this is the correct. How do you find that? Well, you play around. Again, there's some heuristics here. How do we find which is the learning rate? Is it, well, you usually experiment with it, but there's again heuristics. The learning rate is going to be something like this or something like this, or maybe one more 0. Rarely higher than that. Now, one other thing you need to realize is that it's a very important thing to understand here. Actually, there's just some parameter. And let's say I have a loss that depends on the parameter. If we're somewhere here, so your function may not be totally convex, but we're somewhere close to the solution. Now, close to the solution, we have some convexity or approximate convexity. Convexity means has nice little ball. If I'm here and I do anything like gradient descent, you guarantee to get to the minimum if the learning rate is smaller than something. And that smaller than something will depend on the second derivative we haven't talked about. So one thing you could do, as long as you move along, you can reduce your learning rate. So at the beginning, you may have a higher learning rate, but as you move along your epochs, you can reduce the learning rate. Okay. So that's called learning rate scheduling. But not to disappoint you, we're going to talk about that kind of automatic way of adjusting your learning rate. Okay, so we kind of answer that. If the convergence doesn't happen, how do we know and what are the possible reasons? Possible reason is easy. I mean, what do you mean convergence here? It means it doesn't get to the global minimum, or it just jumps around?
I think any minima, right, sir?
Say again, please.
I think convergence means getting to any minima, right? Like tangent will be flat.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's what I would guess. So it means it doesn't get to any minima. Well, there's a couple of reasons. Your batch size is too small or your learning rate is too high.